What is going on, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be showing you exactly how I built this beautiful bed out of walnut in a couple easy steps. Let's get started. The very first step is to lay out all your wood, because you can see hardwood does not come in dimensional sizes. So you kind of have to figure out how you're going to split it up and cut it into dimensional pieces. I saved a couple of my favorite pieces that are going to run the entire length of the bed at the bottom. And I'm probably gonna end up saving some of these wider pieces just because it's pretty rare to find walnut that wide. But I'm gonna start trying to figure out how I can divide these boards into the 1x6s and into the 1x4s. After a good amount of figuring and measuring, I was able to divide these boards as efficiently as possible to build the whole bed. Had some extra, which is good, so I can return that. But I'm gonna give you guys a cut list right here on exactly what you'll need to build this. All right, first cut, here we go. We got some good dust control measures with this rain coming down. Finally got all my pieces cut to generally the right size. Couple pieces, you can see it was pretty difficult to cut all the way through this 4x5, I think it is here. So I'm gonna run it through the planer. Never used a planer before. I just bought this off Facebook Marketplace, but see how well it works. Now that we finally have all these cut at 30 inches, you can go ahead and pick your favorite side, and we're gonna lay 11 of them out next to each other, and then we're gonna start nailing them together. Here's the general design. You can see we have 11 panels going across. Wanted to hit about 67 inches wide, so I cut down these two outside ones so I could have a little bit of thicker post on here. If you use 4x4s, you'd probably leave all the meat on those outside boards, but I like the way thicker posts look. So now I'm gonna go ahead and start nailing this thing together. All right, these trim pieces are kind of cut to fit. I got 57 3/4 up there and 57 5/8 down here, but nothing on this is gonna be perfectly square because my boards are not perfectly square, which is all right to me. If you want to be perfectly square for yourself, have fun trying to figure that out. Last thing I'm gonna do is this whole thing is gonna get flipped, and then we'll start nailing it. Now, in order to attach the headboard to the actual post, we're gonna be putting on these 2x2s and then screwing that way. So I'm gonna pre-drill and then screw these 2x2s in. Okay, and then here's the basic idea for the top. Is a 2x4 that's flush kind of on here, and then a 2x6 over that, 1 inch longer on both ends, and then so it kind of overhangs on all sides. Okay, headboard is done. It looks pretty good. I give it like an 85%. Biggest thing I don't like is that gap there, but from my eye level up here, you can't see it too much, luckily. It's all right, it's my first bed. This board is probably a little bit warped here, and things are a little bit out of square. I'm hoping when I sand stuff, it'll kind of hopefully hide that. But the challenge now is to see if I can take everything I just learned from building this one and build the footboard, which is the exact same, in under an hour. Here we go. All right, I think that was probably a little bit over an hour. Hard to say since I used the time-lapse mode. I don't actually have a clock on how long that took. Only thing that's different on this one compared to that one is instead of doing a continuous piece, you got an 8-inch piece, a 3.5-inch little hole for your 2x4 to slot into, and then a little 3-inch piece there on the bottom. But everything else was the exact same, so it should be pretty easy to replicate. This one also turned out a lot more square. You definitely get better the second time you do it. So pretty stoked on this one. Thought about it for a while. Looks great sanded, but it's gonna look better with this black walnut Danish oil from Watco on here. This is the California version. That's where I live, but hopefully it leaves a good finish. Yeah, so obviously I just disassembled it while I'm staining it to make sure I'm getting, you know, all those hard to reach places. And really, like, why would you not want it to fall apart while you're staining it? Because then, like, you can just carry it up the stairs easier and reassemble upstairs. So it's actually not that bad. I thought it'd be catastrophic when it fell over, and I felt a lot of internal sorrow and sadness. But I think we're fine. So I also really like the stain. I'm gonna let this cure, and then we'll bring it all upstairs and start assembling it. All right, last step is to measure up on your posts here and mark them. Mine's about 9 3/8. Oh God, I love you. You're so good.
Is this gonna be a time lapse?
It's a video, but you can just.
Oh, it's only 2 minutes.
Yeah, you do you.
Hello.
All right, let's see if it fits. Slide it over so
There we go.
you gotta kind of tuck it in because it's tight for sure. Oh yeah, that's good though.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Oh yeah.
It's good, dude. It's not. It just cracks and breaks.
That'd be great. Just like that, the bed is finished. Mattress fits pretty perfectly. Looks great. No box spring required. Nice and sturdy. Didn't collapse. And it turned out beautiful. Love the stain. Looks super good. Kind of pops all the color. So I'm gonna call this one done for now. In the future, I'm gonna be building 2 nightstands to go on either side. And you can see over here, I already built this bookshelf. So go ahead and check out those videos. And I might be building some more stuff in the future for this house because we just got moved in. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to put down in the comments any questions you might have, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.